Describe how scrap copper wire can be recycled to make new copper water pipes. Well, there's two parts to the process of recycling. You need to take your old material and you need to heat it until it melts. Having done that, we will have a molten copper situation, and this molten copper needs to be recast into the shape that we want, so into the shape of the pipes. You could probably say the word reformed or remolded instead. The key ideas there are the copper is melted and then it is formed into the new shape of the pipes. Suggest two reasons why recycling scrap copper is more sustainable than extracting copper from copper ores. There's two things to note before we think about the actual answer here. First of all, we've been asked to suggest, and that means that we don't directly know the answer. And secondly, the question uses a comparative word, more. So this is asking why it is more sustainable. So any answers that you give must be comparative. I think the thing that's worth mentioning first here is that copper ores are a finite or non-renewable resource, and therefore we need to talk about the fact that recycling the scrap copper is going to conserve these copper ores and therefore make them last longer. And then secondly, the act of recycling means that we don't need to extract more copper from the ores, and therefore less energy resources will be used to recycle copper than to extract it from the ores. Additionally, if we aren't recycling copper, then we're sending the copper waste to a landfill. And so if we recycle copper, therefore, there will be less landfill use or less waste. We could also talk about a specific environmental impact that is avoided by recycling. So, for instance, since we use a lot of energy to extract copper from its ores, this energy will come from burning fossil fuels, which will produce carbon dioxide, which will have an impact on global warming. And so, therefore, recycling copper indirectly has less of an impact on global warming because of this reduced carbon dioxide production.